Glenn here, and since I finally got around to doing my Funko collection videos in 3 parts, check those out from a couple of weeks ago, I figured now to keep up with my collection, I'm going to start filming pop hauls again. So this is the first of those hauls. I've got 6 pops to show you, some new, some not so new, but these are my pickups from the last week, 2 weeks, something like that, via trades or just buying them at the store, what have you. So basically, I'm going to be doing these pop hauls for any pops that I don't get in boxes. Any pops that I get in boxes, we'll just go over when I open that box, like I would anything else in a subscription box. But these are pops I got some other way. So let's check them out. All right, I'm going to start with. We've got Superman. This is the Superman from Batman The Dark Knight Returns, the famous comic miniseries. You can see the side there. This is Pop Heroes number 114. The back has the other pops in the set. Ironically, this is the first one I've gotten. I don't have any of the Batmans from The Dark Knight Returns, even though I want to get them. I haven't yet. This is the first one I've gotten. And also notice this has a PX Preview sticker. Now what PX Previews, for those of you that don't know what that means, PX Previews basically means that this particular figure went out to the comic shops and the smaller retailers first before they went out to like the big box stores. Things like that. Kind of similar to the Specialty Series. Although the Specialty Series is a true exclusive, you're not going to see it other than the Specialty Series sticker. These pops with the PX Preview stickers on them, you're going to see later without the sticker. This is kind of a pre-release kind of thing. So this is a PX Previews exclusive, although without the sticker, you might find this figure elsewhere. Available in retail, but initially it's got this PX Preview sticker. Next, we've got actually a set of 2 pops. I'm going to show you the regular one, and then I've got a variant. This is Red Sonja. You can see Red Sonja in her chainmail bikini there, the she-devil with a sword. This is Pop Heroes number 158, and you see it's just Red Sonja on the back. Now, for those of you who don't really know who Red Sonja is, Red Sonja debuted in Marvel Comics in the early 70s. I think it was 1973. And she came into the universe at the same time that Marvel was doing the Conan the Barbarian comics. So they wanted a female warrior type to interact with Conan in his in those Conan comics. So she came on with Marvel, was pretty popular through the 70s, and then she came back a couple of different times in a couple of different comic series. She was taken over by Dynamite Comics, and she's had a couple of series there, and she's back with Dynamite in a new series for 2017. Now the thing that's weird about this for me anyway, is you see that she's Pop Heroes. Pop Heroes is DC. She has never been in the DC line. Now DC and Dynamite have had a partnership, but not around Red Sonja. So it's just a weird thing that she shows up on the Pop Heroes line, again, which is DC, and you can kind of see she's trademarked and owned by Red Sonja LLC. She's not owned by DC or anything, but she's showing up in the DC line. So very, very weird. The other variant is basically the same figure, but this is Red Sonja with blood spatter. You can see her blood spatter there. It's also on the box. And this is one of those PX Previews exclusive pops as well. I actually got this from Amazon. So Amazon can get a couple of these as well. Again, it's basically a kind of a pre-release is what that sticker means. It doesn't quite hold the same exclusive sway that the other stickers do, because this shows up a lot elsewhere after a while. It just doesn't have the sticker on it. So, but this is a variant. So this is going to be a little more rare. So you can see the difference between the two, and you can see them in the close-up shots that I've got down below. But I really like this pop a lot. Again, it's confusing that it's DC because she really doesn't have a history with DC, but maybe they're planning something with Dynamite. I don't know. So there is Red Sonja. All right, I'm excited about this next pop. This is Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I'm excited because not only have there been a couple trailers now, really looking forward to Guardians of the Galaxy 2, but also kind of as a extended part of that is they're starting to release a little bit of behind the scenes from Avengers Infinity War, which has Star-Lord and the Guardians of the Galaxy in that as well. So that just happened today. Big to do, really exciting. But this is a great looking pop as well. There's a chase version of this where he is masked, has his Star-Lord helmet / mask on. This is the common. I was hoping for the chase, but you know, whatever. I'll get it eventually. And there you've got the other members of the line. This line looks a lot better than the original Guardians of the Galaxy line. I think the pops look a lot better, a lot more detailed. Again, as time goes on, Funko does a better job with their pops anyway. So there he is, Star-Lord. All right, now a couple of older pops that I've just recently received. These are both Walgreens exclusives. This is Punisher. This is the Thunderbolts version of the Punisher. So the Punisher in his Thunderbolts team outfit. The one thing I like about this pop a lot is how chromy the guns are. His guns really stand out, and this is pretty much true for all of the Punisher pops. I've got two more up there that you can't quite see, but they're all have really shiny guns. The guns stick out, which you would think would do that. You know, that's the way it should be with the Punisher. So this is a Walgreens exclusive. It's a little bit of an older one. These came out in, I believe, 2015, maybe 2016. But there he is. There's the Punisher. All right, last but not least, this is one of my favorite new pops that I've gotten. This is Taskmaster, also a Walgreens exclusive. And Taskmaster, this is number 124, and you see on the back, you basically got 2-3 other of the Walgreens exclusives. But Taskmaster has always been one of my favorite villains, even when I was a kid. Just the idea of a power like photographic reflexes, I just really attached myself to that because it was different and unusual, and he could use it in a lot of different ways. You know, just the idea of mimicking the fighting styles of Spider-Man and Captain America and all those, Daredevil, down to having equipment similar to theirs that he could, you know, use to his advantage with all these different fighting styles, that he could just look at someone once and be able to mimic their moves. Just was really fascinating to me, and he really became one of my favorite villains. So that's the Taskmaster. All right, guys, that's it. That's the 6 pops in this pop haul. Hope you enjoyed. I'm still kind of figuring out how I want to do these pop hauls, but you know, pop hauls are going to be a thing where if I collect 5 or I collect 15 that I want to show all at once in a video, I'll do it that way to keep you up in my collection. So I'm not getting common pops as much. It's kind of a shame, just because I feel more and more nowadays like I have to get exclusive or stickered pops. Number one, because they have that exclusivity to them and they're a little bit more rare. But number two, those are the pops that I gravitate towards now as far as liking them. So when I do come across a common that I really want to get, like this whole set pretty much, it's a rarity for me. So I don't get as many common pops as I would like nowadays. I'm going to kind of veer off and really try to stick to the things that I like. But this is a pretty good haul that I'm really looking forward to displaying out of box. So you'll kind of see it behind me as I'm doing other videos. But I hope you enjoyed. As always, hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Throw me a like on this video if you enjoyed this video and want to see more Funko Pop hauls. And then throw a comment down there. Let me know what you think of these pops and what you think of how I'm displaying them for you. Until next time, we will see you later. Bye-bye.